we all going to be okay if in 28 we're in the exact same spot? And usually, yes and no. Would you guys be okay if you're in the exact same spot? No. So I want us to fix and handle that with you for the next, whatever it takes, 3 years in that case, right? Let's get after it together. So this is the next 3 years, guys, or so, right? But we'll touch upon areas. I'll do it right as well. So we built this business based upon what we call our genius model, and there's some things broken in between, but I'm just going to hit on the 3 main items, right? Something that is completely missed in most communities, or is the only focus, right, is mindset. So you guys are going to notice a lot of stuff that we go through today, or on your coaching calls as associates or as apprentices. We gotta continue to hammer mindset. You guys are coming from all various different backgrounds with various different challenges and skill set, right? So one of the major things that we got to break down is getting you to a point where you have the mindset. And I know that's used, too cliche nowadays. Really what we want to do is we want to shift your way of thinking to be a person that becomes a full-time real estate investor as what we call wicked smart investors, right? And that shift is going to go through various things. Now, was anybody on the mastermind call last week when I went over just like the 2 timelines? If you haven't, I will make sure you guys review that. But really, there's 2 timelines in it, and I'm not going to go too far depth in it today. But just know, like, you are the number one determination of how your success is going to be, right? And how quickly your success comes about, because we can prove to you till we're blue in the face over the last 12 years. Success stories have success stories, but we can also show you plenty of people that decide to give up and not move on. And it's primarily because of this, right? All right. So we're going to always focus on the mindset, because mindset is what sets you up for the other 2, which is the skill set, right? Skill set is number 2, because we know that if we don't provide the right skill sets with the sellers, the buyers, controlling your portfolio, being an investor, then you're never going to be able to go from 0 to 1. Or let alone a 1 to 10 or 20 or whatever your portfolio goal is. You're going to develop that skill set. Now, how quickly you develop that skill set is going to be determined by how much you engage in our community with our coaching, and even more importantly, how much effort you consistently put into the skill set. Like, we know if you make 100 calls a day, right, you're going to be more likely to be able to develop those skill sets versus if you put in 10 calls, because you're getting rapid feedback. And that's where the ACAA comes from, our ACTA, right? Action, critique, adjust, action. Feedback loop, right? So that's what's going to develop that skill set. Now, some of you may have come into the community with part of that skill set. You guys used to be on the phone or being in sales or, even being in the restaurant industry. You're used to communicating with people and asking questions. That's the next piece, and we're going to spend a lot of time on this today. Okay, that's why we're going to be making phone calls and hearing live calls. Then the third piece is the systems, right? Now, some of this is provided by outside third parties like our CRM, REI Black Book, leads, but the systems are what allows you to eventually scale, right? We always say, like, muscle to $1 million. You could work your butt off and make $1 million in real estate. But can you grow and scale and or reach a lifestyle that you want without systems? Absolutely not, because things are going to fall. And also, you're going to lose a lot of deals. I traveled out to the President's Club, Jeremiah, Colorado, and have to spend too much time in the car with him. But what we really focused on was fine-tuning not only his skill set, but his systems. And it could be as simple as just your follow-up system. It doesn't have to be complex, just meaning to know what to do with each lead, which leads to the end result. So you're going to see a little bit of everything, but really what this thing does is is a consistent cycle. Because the mindset, the skill set, and the systems that gets you to 10 deals is not always necessarily the mindset, skill set, system that's going to get you to 100. We're going to be constantly reevaluating, and that's where your coach steps into play there as well.
Not sure where to get started? Go to smartrealestatecoach.com/get going for free books, strategy calls, and a whole bunch more. We're going to help you get going the wicked smart way. We've been after this for over a decade doing exactly that.
I got a question for you guys. everybody on Zoom too, if you just raise your hand, who set goals in say January 24 and January 25, like everyone else? You set goals at the beginning of the year. Everybody, Zoom, you can raise your hand on Zoom if you did or did not. Give a thumbs down if you did not. You set goals in January and January. Okay. Raise your hand if you nailed them so far this year and you nailed them in 24. The ones you set in January, you nailed. Couple people. Jim, no, one. Yeah. Well, out of all the goals, nailed one. They're good. No one. I like doing that, guys, because I want to get a sense for the room. Like, think of it this way: we all just keep. Okay, let me go back up. Did the last 3 years go by fast? Yeah. Like no, right? I was 22. If you said 25 back then, it seems like it. Okay, so we're gonna all be okay. This is an individual question. Are we all gonna be okay if in 28 we're in the exact same spot? Usually, yes and no. Would you guys be okay if you're in the exact same spot? No. So I want us to fix and handle that with you for the next whatever it takes, 3 years in that case, right? Let's get after it together.